everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Robot Damashii Strike Noir. This is from Gundam Seed Stargazer. It's number 190 in the Robot Damashii line, and I am very happy to be getting it finally, opening it up, and reviewing it for you guys. Taking a look at the front of the box, we can see that this is just a retool of the Strike Gundam, except a few extra parts added and some color changes. But all in all, yeah, it's pretty much just the Strike Gundam. Here's the front of the box, looking very nice. Flipping it around. Take a look at the back. Not bad. Looks like there can be a lot of posing to be had with this figure. Very cool. So yeah, I can't wait to open it up. Let's go ahead and crack it open, take a look inside, and see if this is a hit or miss. And right out of the box, I'm just gonna say I'm very, very pleased with this Robot Damashii. Really nice shade of black to it, and the gray and red complement it very well. The yellow is just a little bit dull in my opinion, but other than that, it's very nice. Flipping it around. Yeah, oh, okay, hope that's not an issue. Flipping it around, we can see the Strike Noir's backpack. Very cool. I don't know if these are barrels as well as handles, beam rifle barrels or anything like that. Or it's been a while since I've seen Stargazer. But anyways, very, very nice. Taking a look. Yeah. And just for comparisons, I have the extended MSIA version. Wow. Quite the difference in terms of height, and yeah, overall, really weird. So, yeah, I don't know. Very weird. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into Articulation. This is my third time recording Articulation, and it is becoming increasingly difficult. Anyways, starting off with just the figure itself, I took the backpack off. We start with the head. You get full 360 rotation. There you go, and we have two joints in the head slash neck. One connecting the head to the neck, and the neck connecting to the torso. Moving on to the torso itself, we have a nice little bend inward at the midsection, and then of course the upper torso connecting to the lower torso is made by a ball joint. You can get a turn or rotation about that much, but not a full 360 because it is hindered by the skirt armor, which is connected by ball joints. Now this makes it of course very easy for it to pop off whenever you move the leg. You move the ball joint skirt armor about that much and about that high up before it wants to actually come off the figure itself. So do be careful with that if you pick up this figure. Moving to the arms. So shoulder armor goes up about that high, and arm can reach about that high as well before the shoulder armor wants to pop off. Again, this is all really becoming a problem with this armor. Shoulder can pop out of the torso or shoulder joint about that much for a bit of more range. Popping that back in. We then get full 360 rotation at the bicep, and it's a little tight, so I apologize for not being able to. Yeah, let's try that again. There we go, full rotation right there. Double joint action going on in the elbow, and of course the hand is connected by ball joints. So not bad. This is where it gets tricky. I'm thinking some skirt armor is going to be popping off now. Leg kicks up about that high. Yeah, not bad. And then of course at the upper portion of the leg we get a bend about that much. So not too bad. Double joint action in the knee, like so. And then everything's connected. Yeah, there it goes, popping off. Ankle armor connected by a ball joint, so we get some good articulation there as well. Toe articulation only in the upper portion of the foot, points upward. It doesn't go down, so that's not too bad. I wouldn't want it to point down anyways. And then of course we get some ankle pivot, and the foot moves up and down as a whole. So all in all, articulation is very nice on this figure. However, some things want to move and others don't, and it makes it increasingly difficult, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the backpack. Of course, we have these fins up top that can either move left or right, depending on which way you're looking at it. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Nothing's really too different from the extended MSIA, so don't expect too much. Of course, we have these rail cannons. They pop out, and they're connected by a ball joint right there. And they can move facing that way, facing in the back. They can even face the sides as well, so not too bad. They can turn that way. Yeah, so pretty good articulation by the rail cannon. I'm thinking they're called rail cannons. I can't remember. Then we move on to the sword that's actually connected to the wings. They pop out. They are a little loose on mine. I don't know if that's just mine, but oh well. Now these are considered accessories to weapons and whatnot, but I'm just showing it off now. Comes off really easily. And then of course we get some articulation in this handle slash barrel. I'm not sure if any beams came out of it, but anyways, those pop back in. You can hear the little snap. So not too bad for articulation in the weaponry and the little fins on the wing. We then move to the backpack, connecting to the figure itself and making it as a whole. Everything is connected by this little peg that goes into the backpack. We then see some, I think, yeah, some articulation going on in the wings, bending that way. And then we also get, trying to do this without breaking it, full 360 as well. Yeah. So we have 1, 2, and then a third bit of articulation in the wings, rotating like so. So a lot of articulation in the wings. You can, I guess, pretty much make this figure look as dynamic and crazy as possible. And then, of course, like I said, everything connects to the back. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, now the Strike Noir is complete. Moving on to accessories, we start with the hands, and of course we've already seen the closed fist being featured on the figure already. We also get a pair of open hands, some beam saber slash sword holding hands, and of course trigger finger hands. For weapons, we have 2 sets of beam rifles. We get these 2 large beam rifles that were actually featured by the dual Gundam first. They're in nice solid black plastic, nothing really moves, and there's nothing really painted on them, so not too shabby there, I guess. We also get these 2 cool beam shorties, I believe they're called. They have a little bit of plastic coming out of them. That's so they can be stored onto the mobile suit's skirt armor on the side, and makes for easy, quick draw action. So those are nice. I don't think anything's painted on them. And just in case you guys wanted to see, the beam shorties detach very easily. Just go ahead and insert that peg into the hole on the side of the skirt armor, and they're attached. They come off not too easily, so don't worry about them falling off. Everything is nice and secure. Yeah, that looks nice. A basic for any robot Damashii is of course the beam effect parts for the beam saber, or in this case beam sword, whatever you want to call it. These fit right onto the side of the swords, and if I can just grab one real quick, which is, nope, that's asking too much, obviously. They slide right onto the swords pretty easily. You can hear a little snap when you pop them in, and yeah, they're a nice little translucent pink. So not too shabby there as well. I like that a lot. We also get, of course, the standard robot Damashii stand attachment piece. This fits right underneath the robot Damashii. And last but not least, and I think this is pretty much a selling point, we get these 2 anchors, I believe they're called, that attach to the open palm hands. So we get 2 of them. They're on nice little bendy wires. They move around all sorts of ways. Really cool. These are actually pretty sharp at the tip, so do be careful when you buy this. They do hurt. Yep, that's hurting actually. So yeah, very cool. So with the anchors, they actually attach to the inside of the palms of these open hands, as you can see there. It's actually really easy, and then we also get a nice little better, closer look at the Strike Noir. They attach fairly easy, and I'm going to show you now. Let me just go ahead and detach it from, yeah. So there's a peg, obviously, connected to the tip there. I think you can see it. Yeah, there you can see it now. And you just go ahead and slide it into the hole in the hand there. Is it going to move? Is it going to go in? Yeah, it's a little tough, but you can push it in there. That's what she said. And get it attached. So yeah, it's not too shabby. It looks okay. It's on this wire that, you know, if you bend it and move it around enough, it's going to break eventually. So not too bad. But another cool thing is that you can actually attach them to the feet of the mobile suit, and there's also 2 holes on the front and the back portion of the foot. And let me see if I can attach it without messing anything up. And yeah, they peg in actually fairly easier than you would have to do with the hands. So I don't know, I can't remember if the mobile suit did something like this where it shot out anchors from its feet and then did some sort of high wire walking act or something like that. But hey, it's always cool to have extra little features and gimmicks on a robot Damashii, so I can't complain. And here's a look with the mobile suit featuring its swords. It looks okay, it's not too bad. Swords fit nicely into the hand. They're actually a little bit loose and can be knocked out, yeah, like this. So you really got to push the hand or the handles into the hand to make sure they don't want to do that. So that's a little disappointing. Wow, I thought that would have been fixed or something like that, but nope, that's still an issue. So other than that, yeah, swords look nice in the mobile suit's hands. Yeah, I'm kind of saddened by that. Poor job, Bandai. And just in case we needed to do another closer look at the figure, here it is from top to bottom. Hope it's in focus. Yeah, there we go. So it looks really cool. Like I said, nice paint job. Looking good, even in its stylized form here. Not too shabby. Yeah, there we go. Let me go ahead and turn it around so you can take a look at the back. I'm not having too many balance issues with the figure. I know a lot of people are saying that with the backpack on, it makes it want to lean and fall backwards. But if you position the legs correctly and the feet, it can still stand up on its own. Yeah. So Strike Noir, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and move into final thoughts. And so we move into final thoughts, and right off the bat, I'm going to start out with all the great things about this figure. We see how well the stylized form of the robot Damashii for the Gundam Seed line works, and it prevails in this aspect. The Strike Noir looks way, way better than its original first conception of figure form, meaning the chunky, extended MSIA. Hi! The head is too big on the extended MSIA, and the arms are way too short. And I mean, it's short on this figure, on the robot Damashii as well, but on the extended MSIA, it's accentuated by just the overall frumpiness of the extended MSIA. I'm trying to get him into the shot. Come on, Strike Noir, robot Damashii, let him in. The torso looks all chunky on this figure, and the legs are just, it just doesn't work. So when you put it next to the robot Damashii, you can see that the Strike Noir really wins in this case. The accessories are really cool. You get a lot for what you paid, and that moves me on to the price point. Now, if you go on eBay, you're probably going to see this figure going for $50 or whatever. That's not the case. I got mine off of AmiAmi.com, and I only paid around $25. So if you're looking for a good deal, definitely check online and do some research and see where you can get it. So yeah, the price can't be beat. For 25 bucks, I love this figure all day. The articulation is really, really cool. I can't say anything bad against it, except for one thing. You're going to need an action base, or not an action base, but a robot Damashii stand to display him. So that's going and leading me into the cons of this figure, which is that if you want to display him, you're going to have to get a display stand to really show the benefit of this guy. He's mostly like an aerodynamic type figure, unlike the heavy arms or the Shenlong or any other pretty much robot Damashii figure. This guy pretty much looks like he's just meant to stay in the air and do some crazy maneuvers, and that's cool, but you have to have a display stand, so that's really the downside. If I had to add another, and this is me nitpicking, all the articulation does sometimes get in the way. If you move one thing, the other thing moves. Just it doesn't work sometimes, and that's been the problem with the Seed figures. They're all kind of made within the same idea and frame in mind, so it's not that bad. I can get over it, But again, this is just nitpicking, and that's about it. Other than that, I think there was one other thing that I had a problem with. What was it? Oh god, two more things. Sorry. The shoulder armor, they pop off way too easily, and it's just really bothersome to put them back on. As well as the swords here, they attach, but they want to come off really easy. It's just annoying. Other than that, the figure is pretty much a great buy at $25, which again is what I paid for it. Don't pay $50. That's insane. Look on AmiAmi.com. They do great work. I'm not affiliated with them, or I'm not sponsored by them. I just know, a good store when I see one, and they're typically a good store. That's not the case all the time, and I'm sure people who buy a lot like I do know. So just FYI, I'm not affiliated with AmiAmi or sponsored. Yeah, I don't know why I had to say that, but anyways, I've been asked about it. So yeah, the Robot Damashii Strike Noir, it gets great review. I love it. Be sure to pick yours up. Thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for next review, probably next week. I'm trying to do these once every week. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.